The 1%. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the 1% podcast. Today we're on episode 8. I think it's been a really long time.
It's been a really long time, yeah.
We're here with Alex again, so
Sup?
So since I want to validate and prove to you guys it's actually him, we're going to give him a tongue twister once again.
God damn
Those are
it.
my favorite things to listen to, so...
I'm feeling a bit sick there. I think I'm going to have to go.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See ya.
Also, we're not in person. It's quarantine content, so we're doing it over a voice call.
So we're 100% going to have some technical difficulties at some point, and since our editing skill is on point, you'll probably hear us fighting with our computers or our phones, so I guess enjoy.
It should be pretty good still. So you're just avoiding the tongue twister, I see?
Yeah, so what's the first subject?
No, read it first.
All right. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas better Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. I'm improving, I think. That wasn't bad.
Like I sent you that one last episode, right?
It sounds familiar.
I just realized I messed up. Oh, that's awkward.
Well,
so
too bad.
Recently I heard RTX ray tracing just released for Minecraft. Did you see that on YouTube and stuff?
Yeah, well, wasn't it on beta a little while back? Like, I remember seeing something when RTX kind of came out, like when NVIDIA announced it, something about Minecraft, and everyone was playing on this kind of crazy shaders pack on Minecraft.
Yeah, is it on other games too, or just Minecraft?
The RTX stuff? I don't know.
RTX ray tracing, yeah.
I assume it's on other games because they've been talking about it for quite a while. But maybe it's the first. I like it. Like the technology behind it is like they're actually simulating the trajectory of an actual light ray, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna give us incredible graphics, and it's another way for hardware to be built. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes, because it takes pretty specialized hardware to fully take advantage of it. So I guess we'll see in a few years where it leads us.
Yeah, I find it looks really good too. Like, it looks amazing. It's kind of like a texture pack, but it's not a texture pack. It's just like built into the game. It looks amazing. I think like it might be a little overkill because it's Minecraft. Like Minecraft, I'm expecting blocks to look like blocks. And if it looks like you're watching a sunset now, like I'm kind of having mixed feelings about that, but it looks really cool. And
yeah, I get what you mean. Like Minecraft is supposed to look like Minecraft, right? So, but I think it's a great way to prove what kind of a difference this technology makes. And it's kind of an extreme example, right? You take this game that's by design very blocky, very lo-fi,
yeah,
and then you apply these intense graphical effects, and you see that just the RTX ray tracing technology can make so much of a difference on a simple game like this. Like, imagine when they mix it up with other games, other more advanced engines.
Yeah, and this is just the first version, so it looks amazing already. It's just unfortunate you need like $1,000 graphics card.
Yeah.
Like
but it's
most people playing Minecraft.
It's the first steps of that technology, right? So it's only going to get better and cheaper from here on out. And we'll get all sorts of crazy hardware based on ray tracing, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it looks pretty cool so far. Which games have you been playing lately? I'm just curious.
Me, I've been playing all sorts of stuff. So I kind of stopped playing games before the quarantine, or not stopped, but I slowed down a lot, and I only played, once in a while a game on my Switch or something like that. But now I took out all the old games. So I played some CS:GO, I played some Minecraft, I played some Overwatch. I opened Diablo 2 for the first time in a few months the other day. And I'm trying all these new games on Switch as well. So I'm playing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it's good. We also have the time to play right now. I'm playing currently a lot of Minecraft. like playing servers, trying mods and stuff like that. And I started Rocket League like a month ago, and I love that game. I'm not the type of guy to play like first person shooters like CS:GO and all those, but I love like Minecraft games, Rocket League. Like you have to master your car control, and it takes like hundreds of hours to do that, and it's kind of like predicting your opponent's next move. So like I love that aspect of it, and you just mix all of them, and like you can do efficient training to get better so much faster. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, it's a great game. From like I've never, I think I played once like on a console or whatever, but
Okay.
like you explained, it's easy to pick up, hard to master game, right? So those kinds of
Yeah,
games,
that's what it is.
they're great, and they're gonna last for years to come, just because the concept is simple, but challenging to actually perfect.
Yeah, true. I feel like Fortnite was kind of like that. Like when it came out 3 4 years ago, it was really simple, and then just like every season they keep adding stuff, and now it's like an esports game, and it's
Ha-
crazy the prize monies they have, and the
Yeah.
skill just got so much better.
I agree, but I kind of stopped
Interesting.
following Fortnite, so I'm not too sure what's going on right now in there.
Yeah, I don't
They
play
kind of
either.
lost me after a while.
Yeah, and I've been really interested by Minecraft. So we're exactly the same. We love playing vanilla. Like mods
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
kind of like a turn off because it's not like how the game's supposed to be played. But I tried one of them. It was pretty cool. It was like subtle things that make it like a bit more efficient. I don't like OP blocks that just give you like 1,000 cobblestone for nothing. But I've been looking online, and there's like crazy stuff that would make really high quality videos with. And I could, for example, I'll give you some mod ideas that are crazy to play with, but if you try it just one day, it could be interesting.
Sure,
So
sure,
one
yeah.
of them, one of them was every block is like hidden, so it's like every pixel on the block, so you can see the shape of biomes, but you never see which block it is. So you can tell if it's a tree, like obviously it's a tree, but when you start mining and stuff and water and blocks, like it would be crazy to have to guess which block it is, and it could go wrong so easily. That seems really interesting to play.
Wait, what? So every block is
Every
invisible,
block
or
looks the same.
oh
Looks the
shit?
same pretty much.
Okay.
So just imagine like stone blocks everywhere, but when you mine it, it's not actually a stone block. You get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's cool.
And then I've had some even better ideas I've seen. Freak, what
Yep.
were they?
But a mod like that would be great for like a video or two or a series of video. But I couldn't see myself, playing alone on that kind of mod.
No, definitely not. It's just a one-time thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to do. Just
Yeah.
play with a friend for an hour, make the funniest video. It would be kind of like Vanos gaming style. He plays like bunch of random ass games, and he just has so much fun, and then the videos are super entertaining. So that would be one of the ideas. You definitely get so pissed off after like half an hour, you
Yeah.
give up or whatever, but
Of-
it'd be like fun to try out, and not many people are doing it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's part of the fun, right? Getting frustrated. That's why you
Yeah.
record it as well and share it. Like, it's funny for other people, but not always for
Yeah.
yourself.
Another one I've seen was Minecraft but sideways. So you spawn in and like the whole world is sideways. So the gravity, you're like sliding down. So that would be crazy. Like you mine sideways and you get like deeper in the world. Do you
What
understand
the hell?
concept?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So you kind of have to jump on trees to get up or something like that.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
Okay, that I
That's
could
what
see a kind of a video on that too. Yeah, these are good ideas.
So I'm thinking like I won't be full-time YouTuber, but I just might make videos for the fun of it. Just once in a while. I have a few friends that play Minecraft some are pretty reliable, so I might just change it up, go recording one day, and hopefully make a funny video out of it.
I mean, those are the best videos, right? The ones where you just
Yeah.
do it for fun, and viewers see that. So, I mean, go ahead for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think it's too hard. You have to obviously download the mod, but once you know how to do it, it takes a few minutes and you're ready to play. So I'll probably be trying those ones out and hopefully works out.
Yeah, good.
There's also lots of Rocket League ideas I've seen where like usually the game's 3v3, but you can go, if you're in a party, you can go up to 4v4. So one of them is like 1v1, v1, v1. So everyone's against each other. There's
What?
2 goals, but if you score a goal, you make it through the next round. So it's like World Cup. Like last one to score
Ah, okay.
gets
Wait, so
That's
there's
such
4
a
players
cool-
on the field at the same time?
So you're 8 players at the same time.
8?
8 players. You spawn in 4 per teams. You can do it like how many ever you want, but the more players I find, the more interesting.
Oh, and whoever scores, like whatever team scores, the other team is eliminated or something like that?
No, it's not teams. It's all individual. It's just you spawn in each on one side, but last player to score gets eliminated. So it's really fun
I see. Okay. Yeah.
it's like back and forth goals, but sometimes there's like 3 guys left, and they're all on the same team. So they're all trying to defend the net they're trying to score on, and it's just the funniest thing.
I could see that getting pretty funny.
So I'll try other interesting things like that. I'll try to work on my creativity because, like, I heard this week at my work that like creativity is actually really in demand.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah. It's not something you can kind of learn or, either you're creative, you have that kind of artistic touch, or you don't, right? Some people are very straight, logical people. Some other are more, how can I say this kindly? Some people are more artistic. So
yeah, I've been really liking statistics so far. I don't know why. I love seeing numbers. I started learning Excel, like all the formulas you can do and stuff like that. And it made me think of one thing. Sometimes you see people, they say like odds out of 10 you do something.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that before?
Yeah. That kind of game. Like they play a game and you say.
I can pick. Yeah.
Is it that odds out of 10 and then you say a number and then if you get the same number you do the whatever it is? Yeah, okay.
I used to think, so if I have like 10 options and they have 10 options, it was one odd out of 100. So I would have like gambled like huge things on that. But then I realized you can both get 1, you can both get 2, you can both get 3. So the odds are actually 1 out of 10.
Well, yeah.
Like if you say odds out of 10, the odds are out of 10.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what the name implies.
I never realized till this week, and now I feel so stupid. But it's okay, you're learning.
Oh, of course.
That's how it works. What do you think about the world so far, with everyone being home, the coronavirus?
It's interesting times, for sure. Like, I couldn't, at the start of the year, I couldn't have predicted that this would happen, Like, never. Like, you could ask me, like, the craziest scenario I could imagine for the world, and this would not have been a part of my guesses, right? So, I don't know. I'm kind of taking it in day by day, and it's going well so far. Like, I don't know about you.
Yeah, personally, I would have thought like something huge would have been hacked or artificial intelligence, something would have gone wrong before another pandemic. So I was kind of surprised too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. A lot of other things would have, been more likely than this.
Yeah, but it's crazy because I think Bill Gates did a speech in 2015. He was like warning everyone about like the next pandemic. He didn't know when it was going to happen, obviously, but he said like we should all put more research into it and like governments should put more money into it. But it's really hard to predict like natural disasters. Like you're never going to know when your country's going to burn down or like disasters happen. So it's really hard for them to budget for it and prepare efficiently. But I guess that's just how it'd be.
That's how life is, Prepare for the worst, or what's the expression? Prepare for the worst, expect the best, or something like that. I don't know.
I've never heard of it, but
something like that. But yeah.
I say train like you're last, perform like you're the best.
Yeah, something like that. Thing. Yeah, you got it. Okay. You got it.
Do you like shower thoughts?
Yeah. So some of them are pretty dumb, but that's why they're great.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
Drinking through a straw is the exact opposite of going snorkeling.
God damn. God, yeah, that's right.
It's so accurate though. It took me like 10 seconds to like visualize it. Like both of them. And then I imagine drinking but upside down.
What?
I imagine myself drinking but upside down because when you're snorkeling, like the air is coming from up top. So that's what I was doing before the podcast.
You were drinking upside down.
I was visualizing
Oh,
myself
visualizing.
thinking upside down.
Okay,
and comparing
okay.
it to snorkeling. Yeah, I wasn't
Sorry,
actually.
I was confused. I thought you were trying it.
No, that sounds so stupid.
The guy
But,
filled up his bathtub, put on his snorkeling gear, and was trying to flip upside down, trying to figure out what the hell that shower thought meant.
Interesting thumbnail. Imagine I'm in the bath.
Oh
trying it.
god, that would have been great. I mean, you kind of have to do it now, just for the
Yeah.
your thumbnail. Yeah, get your diving gear and go nuts. Set up your tripod and
Okay, we might do that.
surprise us.
There's a lot of new content on Minecraft too. I'm surprised. Like every few months now, they've released a new version. Like last time I played, it was 1.10 or 11, and now we're at 1.15. And there's better than diamond gear now. You can go in the Nether, get some ore, put it on your armor, and it's even stronger.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? These simple games, they have so much potential in it, and they'll last forever, as long as either Mojang or other people are actually creating content for
Yeah.
it, right? So,
Yeah, it's true. And I think Microsoft bought the game 4 or 5 years ago or something, and
yeah,
the
they
game
did.
hasn't got worse. So good
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. They're rebuilding it, I think. I don't understand what their goal is with that, but there's two versions now and they're pretty close, right? So I don't know what's
they're-
going on with that.
They're adding the Bedrock or the Nether edition. Is it the Nether?
Bedrock Edition, I think, or maybe they have another name now. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe one of them's gonna have a storyline or something, a quest.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
I thought that's kind of what they were going for.
I never thought of that. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That could be interesting because they did have.
It could be, who knows?
Yeah, they did have some. What was it? Minecraft. I think it was called Minecraft Story Mode, but that was a bit different. So, but if they could have
Never
an
tried it.
yeah. If we could have a kind of a more traditional story mode within kind of the Minecraft engine, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
That could be really interesting for sure. And I saw some funny posts on Instagram today. It was killing an Austrian started World War One. Not killing an Austrian started World War Two, and that's so true. I was remembering my old history classes.
What? I didn't get that. Repeat what?
World War One started when
Yeah.
an Austrian guy was shot. and
Yeah,
then they
exactly.
fought.
Yeah.
And then World War Two, I think Hitler was Austrian, right?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not.
Oh,
I can't
no.
even read, so don't ask me history questions.
we might get exposed, but I thought that's what it was. Someone didn't shoot
I'm-
Hitler, and then the World War Two happened.
If it is, that's pretty ironic.
Do you shop at Costco sometimes? You know
Uh,
the 3-pack of cookies they have?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking
Which
about.
one's your favorite?
The double chocolate one or triple chocolate. I don't know what they call it now.
Double chocolate, I think.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to pick because it depends on the year. I keep changing because I used to love the white chocolate one, and then I
really?
ate way more than the others, and now I like double chocolate. I think even
But-
better.
But what you like about the white chocolate one or the what is it, macadamia nut?
Yeah,
one?
it's macadamia nuts. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I always
taste.
found there was something missing on that cookie, Like
really.
the other two, you have your cookie and then you have your chocolate chips to, spice it up, and then the double chocolate is just double trouble, But that macadamia nut cookie was kind of, you hit those macadamia nuts and you're like you were disappointed every time, or I was disappointed every time. I don't know. Sorry,
For
man.
you. So I always try to compare stuff. I try to compare the 3 cookies if they're actually the same thing, but I don't think they are. Different colored Skittles, I think they all taste the same.
I don't know.
Cookies, they're completely different, right?
Well, maybe the batter is the same, like the base of the cookie is similar, but
Okay.
I mean, there's no way a chocolate chip tastes like a macadamia nut, that's for sure.
Okay, I think you're right on that one.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what about a police car versus ambulance versus fire truck? Do they have different sirens? Because it's such a subtle thing, but if you think about it, it's hard to remember from your memory.
Hold on. Let me think about it. Let me visualize it.
I feel like a fire truck is more aggressive and loud. I think all three of them have different sounds.
I think so too.
You
I
think
think
so
so.
too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like the rhythm of it is different. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just
We'd have to compare it. I think like the note or the sound or the tool, the horn they use to make the sound is the same probably, but
yeah.
they have a different beat. Or maybe they don't. I mean, I've never driven any of those things, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think about it earlier, and I was thinking, is it the shape of the car? Like a fire truck's way higher up than a police car, or is it the speed they're going? But usually, like in an emergency, they're all going the same speed pretty much. So I'm pretty sure they have different sounds, but it's just the exact same thing as like your phone. If you get an iMessage text, a Snapchat, or an Instagram notification, I think they're all different.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There's such a subtle difference. Like your body is kind of used to it, but you're never sure to know which application it is. Do you feel the same?
I don't know. I think I know exactly where it's coming from. Like my sounds are pretty different for all the apps. I mean, it does happen if I'm not paying attention to it, where I kind of don't realize what just happened. That's for sure. But I think
Okay.
I know which one is which. But the problem with the horns of the police cars and the firefighters is they're pretty close, I think. So, off the
They're
top of
pretty
my
what?
head, they're pretty close.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have to compare, and it might change depending on your country, depending on your area, because they'll have different
Oh,
equipment,
yeah.
right? So that could be it as well. Maybe they do
Never
have
thought about that.
the same horn in the same region, and we've just never realized it. I don't know.
Have you heard about my crazy color theory before?
Your crazy color theory? No.
My crazy color theory. That's what I call it.
Okay, yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to explain on this earth so far.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
I kind of want to hear it now.
Let's say we both see the same color.
Yeah.
It's orange.
Okay, I know where you're going with this, but continue.
You know where I'm going. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
orange. Maybe we have different. I'm not a biologist or whatever, but maybe the things in our eyes that let us see it are completely different color. But I grew up seeing that color, whatever it was, and the teacher pointed and said that's orange. So I remember it as orange. But what if you see something completely different? Let's say you see like purple, and the teacher taught you the color and said this is orange, and then you see orange. I never know like if that's a reality or if it's completely wrong and it's just like too crazy to be real.
I'm pretty sure you're right, but because imagine like,
You think so?
have you ever heard someone ask you to imagine a new color? Can you imagine a new color, like a color you've never seen before?
No, that's
So-
so hard.
I think it's exactly the same thing. Like your perception of orange or any color in your head is a specific color. In another person's head, they see it in a way you couldn't even imagine, probably. Like, I'm pretty sure no one sees exactly the same thing, but the way the brain processes it and the way you actually see it in your head is probably completely different from person to person, right? And it's like people who are colorblind or stuff like that, they see the amount of colors that they see is kind of reduced, right? And with experience, they kind of know
Yeah.
what could be like if they don't see red, for example, they know that one color that they do see has a chance, like, is usually red. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they get some other contextual hints and they kind of figure out that it looks like another color, but I think it's red based on what I've seen before. So maybe it's your theory based on us knowing that is very likely, right? That everyone sees it kind of differently or completely differently. I mean,
I think like my final answer, I think everyone sees a little differently, but we're all built pretty much the same. Like we still have the same human instincts, but everyone's obviously a little different. That's what I think is actually going on, but it would be cool to get an answer.
yeah, I mean, maybe we'll never know. Actually, I mean, I don't know how we test that, right? If you go back to my thing about the people who are colorblind, like we see the world in a way and they see it in a completely different way, and we can kind of simulate how they see it because we can, remove some of the colors that we actually see, but they can't imagine seeing it through our eyes, right? So I don't know how we do to prove that theory if it's just, physically impossible to compare.
Yeah, it would be hard. And when you told me to think of a brand new color, the first thing it made me think of was, you know how when you're in a dream and something crazy happened and you're about to get killed, like a wolf's about to eat you, you're about to drown or like get thrown off a building?
Yeah.
You always wake up the second before you die. It's because like our brain has never experienced death, so your brain doesn't know what to expect, so it just like stops working. I don't know what happens, but then you wake up from your dream.
Damn, I've never actually thought about that. Like why that happens. You're right.
Does that happen to you though?
Yeah, for sure. I die almost every night in my dreams. And I've never took a second to try and think, why the hell doesn't it continue? Why can't I just be actually dead in one of my dreams, And just know what it's like, and maybe I could tell everybody, But no, it never happens.
Do you think girls don't die as often as guys in dreams?
I don't know. Do you think so? Maybe,
I don't know, but I had those dreams a lot when I was younger. I don't die as often. Now I try like crazier things because you've done all the basic dying ways. So.
Oh really? You're at that point where you can control how you die every night. You're like, okay, tonight I think I'm gonna impale myself tonight. That's impressive, actually. Trying to mix it up, quarantine, gotta stay fresh somehow.
Self-improvement. Or maybe I'm just going crazy from quarantine. Who knows?
I think that's more probable.
You think that's why? Oh, great. I haven't been like super attached to Elon Musk like this month. I guess it's because of the quarantine. Like all the factories are shut down. Like everything around the world is moving slower.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
Yeah, well, did he do anything like in the past month or two? I think he's been hiding or staying low, right?
The only thing I know is that like all the car factories have to shut down and like car showrooms are shutting down, and Tesla doesn't have like showrooms that sells cars. So since all their sales are online, they're doing way better than the rest of the competition. That's what I've heard. Oh, damn.
But they're launching the Model Y like as we speak, right? Like it's shipping to people, right?
It's been 3-4 weeks already. Yeah, Doug DeMuro made a video on it, and it seems like pretty good car.
Damn, all right. I could
see convincing people to get it too. And also the iPhone SE2 just came out like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I think it's a really good phone. It's $400 for the phone. That's an insane deal for a brand new iPhone that's going to be future-proof, like operating system-wise for 4 or 5 years. Yeah. And it has the specs of like an iPhone 11. The processor, the camera's a bit cheaper and the display's cheaper, but the rest is like a perfect phone.
Yeah, I think the same as you. I just watched the video, a few videos on that phone, and you're right. I don't think we've ever seen a phone that has that good of a value from Apple. Like it's actually it's very impressive what they actually offer at that price. With Apple being kind of greedy, oftentimes. So we'll see how well it picks up, but I think it's great.
I think people love the iPhone SE name, so making another one of them is going to be awesome. And it has like pretty high-end features like wireless charging, waterproofing, stuff like that. It's crazy because OnePlus is making their phones more and more expensive, and then Apple just did the opposite out of nowhere. That surprised me so much.
Yeah, I was surprised as well. Like same as you. Like I was expecting them maybe to release a budget phone, but never would I have thought that they would release it at that price point. I was expecting something to kind of directly replace the iPhone 8, at 500, 600, something like that. But this is great with the A13 and everything else that comes with it. You buy a phone for $400 from Apple, and 4 years later, you can still use the same phone with all the updates. Like it's the perfect phone for a lot of people, and we'll see if people actually
Yeah.
Take advantage of that.
I saw somewhere, I think it was MKBHD, that said Apple out OnePlus with their phone. And you kind of get it?
What?
The Apple out OnePlus.
Oh,
like
damn.
I'm using it as a verb. It doesn't
Damn.
really work, but
Damn. Okay, yeah.
tried.
Yeah. But
It's crazy.
OnePlus is not helping their own case lately, though. Like, they've been releasing phones that are more expensive and that don't necessarily offer more than a budget phone would have.
Yeah. Yeah, they started as budget phones and now they're doing like flagship phones. So I don't think that's really their niche. I think Samsung and Apple have those. They were succeeding at budget phones, so I don't know why they're expanding.
OnePlus at the start, that was their whole thing, right? I remember when the OnePlus One came out, like it was everywhere. Like I've heard about it from a lot of people, and it was kind of a closed invitation thing, right? Where to buy the phone, you actually had to receive an invitation from another person that had bought the phone previously. So the amount of phones was it was very.
I never knew that. That's so clever.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
I guess they had a limited supply or something like that, and as they were ramping up, they were able to distribute that license or that access to more and more people. But what happens is that phone felt very exclusive, just by the fact that you couldn't actually go out to a store and get one at the start. And not only that, but the price point was incredible as well. Like, I don't remember the exact prices of the phones, but you could buy a phone for the same price outright, the OnePlus One, at the same price that you could buy another phone on contract, right? So let's say I don't remember what the actual numbers were, but let's say the OnePlus was $199 or something like that, and you could buy an iPhone, the latest iPhone, with a 2-year contract for $199 as well. Well, you had the OnePlus without a contract, like a brand new phone, and there was no extra payments, right? So the value for that phone was incredible. The specs were incredible, and I had a few friends that had it for a while, but it kind of, after the OnePlus One, it took a turn for the worse. Well, maybe that's a bit intense, but it certainly wasn't as good, sales-wise as the first one.
They're just not in their niche anymore, I find.
Exactly, yeah.
And I was thinking of, when we played Minecraft this week, we've been trying to breed bees, and it's been taking like 3-4 hours each one of us.
Those goddamn bees. Like, I've never been more frustrated at a virtual animal than those frickin' bees.
Yeah, they just kept going in their nest, and then they kept coming out, and you can never track how many bees in there. There's no way of knowing, and sometimes they hop to other bees. Sometimes they attack mobs, and that kills them because they lose their stinger. Oh, yeah. Crazy for that.
It's stupid, and even with the wiki page beside me and trying to understand how they're supposed to behave, they were doing whatever they wanted. It was retarded.
Yeah. So I was thinking about the bees problems we had, and I thought of our fun fact to end the episode.
Sure.
I didn't think of it. Actually, I already had it, but I was thinking about bees earlier. So 1 teaspoon of honey is actually the life work of 12 bees.
Damn. We're assholes.
So I don't know how often they make honey, but let's say they do it 100 cycles. I don't know. Is that reasonable in their lifespan?
I don't know. I have no idea.
How many times do they go to the flowers and come back? Let's say 100 times. And then there's 12 bees that do that. That's 1,200 there and back, adventures, journeys, whatever, to make 1 teaspoon. And we eat it just like that.
Yeah.
Just in a sip.
We put it on a toast or something. And that's it, man. Wow. I never thought of that.
Yeah. So this was recorded April 18th?
Damn, you lost track of time, my guy.
Yeah, but it's been 5 or 6 months since the last episode, so
yeah, you're right.
The plan is probably to make them The issue is that I don't have like a new person that's reliable every week. I'm not big enough for, I don't know, like the friends I want to record with like aren't reliable, so I have to think of a new plan. So far, right now, it's just gonna be like casually whenever I feel every 2-3 weeks or whatever. Alex is really reliable, so whenever he wants to, we'll do a podcast. We'll find cool stuff to talk about, but that's kind of what's happening. It's just gonna be really casual. I'm still thinking about putting on an Apple podcast. We'll see if it's worth it because you have to pay for the service provider. But that's where we're at. So thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you leave your comments down below or DM me on Instagram or anything, because there's people I haven't talked to for 4 or 5 months, and the first thing they ask me is how's the podcast going, because like, people actually listen to it. That makes me the happiest in the world. It's amazing. So whatever you guys think about the podcast, if it's fine, if you listen to it while running or whatever, just let me know. You have anything to
add? Wash your hands and respect social distancing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the 1%.